Hello everyone, it's a new year, writers, and it's time to put down some writer's goals that you have for yourself. Put your thoughts down on paper. I'm going to share mine today. Let's go. Are you ready? Because I'm ready to share mine. I actually just wrote mine down today. I had ideas of what I wanted to accomplish this year. Last year was great because I actually finished the first draft of my novel that I'm working on. So I'm so excited to share what I'm going to be planning to do with that and some other writer's goals that I have. Are you excited for this year? I hope you are, because it's a brand new year. If you didn't get to finish or meet goals that you wanted to meet last year, there is this new year. This is the time to form new writing habits. If that's something that you don't have, I really highly suggest writing every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. So let's get down to writing goals. If you haven't written down writing goals, please write down some goals for yourself, because then that motivates you to move forward in a certain direction. If you're aimless, if you don't have clarity on what you want to do, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to move forward. And I want you to move forward. If you're a writer, if you love to write, if fear is crippling you or lack of clarity is clouding the way forward, then take some time to clarify your situation, to clarify how you feel, what you want to accomplish, and how to get there. And that's exactly what I did for my first writer's goal, which is to publish my book. I'm so excited for this. This has been in the making for many, many years. Some of that is due to my last pregnancy, adapting to a new baby in my life. I'm pregnant with number 7. It's going to happen again. One thing that I'm pretty sure kind of factors into why I didn't finish it sooner than I did is because I didn't clarify the way forward. I knew what my goal was. I kind of had a general vague idea of when and how I wanted to get there. Not so much the how, because I'm a pantser. I don't always need to know where I'm going in a story, but more like when I wanted to get there. See, I actually wanted to finish this book a year and a half ago, and it just kind of dragged on and on. Maybe it was meant to be that I didn't finish it sooner. Maybe I just needed that time in my life to just relax, enjoy this booktubing, author tubing, figuring out some other things. But I'm just so happy it's done, and now I am ready to publish. So this baby is coming probably the beginning of July. I definitely want it done before then. So I thought, why not publish it July 1st, which is Canada Day, and this book is part of the Canadian Reminiscence series, so it's the perfect time to publish it, right? Yes, it is. So now, that doesn't leave me very much time from January to July. Knowing my schedule, having 6 kids, other responsibilities along the way. So I decided that I'm going to do what I didn't do for knowing when I was going to finish writing the book. And that is working backwards from my goal. My goal is July 1st. So I wrote down July 1st is publishing day. What do I need to get done before I hit publishing day? Now, if you look back to one of my earlier videos, I put together a self-publishing checklist, which I use to help me put my deadlines together. So if that's something you need help with, you can go back to my earlier videos, and it is a free download for you to take today. Now, I decided basically every edit's going to take about a month. I have about 6 edits. The last 2 edits would be half a month, and then down to the nitty-gritty of getting it formatted, getting the ISBN, getting the cover done, getting beta readers. But you know what? I have clarity on the journey to publishing, and I am confident that I'm going to be able to meet my deadlines because they're written down, and I put a lot of thought into it. and they are reasonable deadlines to meet this major deadline that I want to meet. So that's writing goal number 1, actually publishing the book, which is called Unborn Melody. My second goal is I wrote 2 years ago, polished it up last year, a short story in the horror genre, and I would really like to get it published. I'm not going to term myself a horror author because I'm not. I'm a historical fiction author. But it was a short story that I had a lot of fun writing, was based on a dream of mine, and I would just really kind of like to maybe dabble in that genre, in specific subgenre of horror, I should say. We'll see. It'd be neat to have it published. I did put out a few feelers last year. Nothing was biting. So that's okay. That's what happens. You put out the word and you get rejected for various reasons. It's okay. I'm sure it will find its home sometime. And then there is a very prominent short story contest here in Canada called the CBC Short Story Contest. The Canadian Broadcasting Company puts this on every year, and the high prize is several $1,000s, and there's a writer's retreat, and you get published in, the higher up journals and so on and so forth. So I thought that would be fun to enter. I think I entered 1 year, maybe. I just seemed to not meet the deadline when it was supposed to. I might enter my short story horror, just depending on the panel of judges and maybe previous short stories that have been winners in the past. We'll see if it kind of fits. But I might put something new out there. Short stories are a great way for me to just kind of break a little bit from a book, just to get other creative juices flowing. So I'll probably write that short story once my book is published. That would be a great time, just to take a little breather from novel writing before I get into the next novel in my series. Next, I have something I really want to work on is, now these last two goals are not so much for myself. It's me wanting to give back to the community. Now, I know I'm giving back to you in this way through Writers Help videos, but I want to do more. I want to be even more personal than I am now. And so one way I'd like to do this is to quarterly, so every 4 months, write a nonfiction Writers Help book that's only 10 pages long. And this book that I decided to write on, I've already started writing it. I'd like to finish it by the end of January, publish it sometime in February. It's going to be a very simple, quick release, but it's talking about you being a radically confident writer. That is the message I'd like to get across. So maybe you can help me out so I can help you out even more. How are you battling confidence as a writer? If you have any questions having to do with confidence as a writer, questions or scenarios that you want to throw at me, I would love to have your input so I can better serve those who are struggling with this idea. So in the comments down below, go ahead and put that down so I can serve you in that way. If you're listening to this on my podcast, you can always hit my DMs on Instagram and shoot me messages there on how you are struggling with confidence, how you're struggling with it, and kind of what solutions you're looking for, and anything to do with that subject. Really, throw anything at me and I will message you back, and I would love to hear from you. So there's that. Leading into, again, I dabbled with this a little bit last year, didn't quite hit the ground, right? I didn't hit the ground running with this, but this year, in conjunction with the quarterly 10-page books that I want to release, I want to start live group coaching for writers. Once a month, go live with a group of writers. So you're not just getting me via video, you are there to receive hands-on live teaching and then have the opportunity to discuss with the community and myself and ask question and have a question and answer period where I can be the most help on a personal basis to you. Those are my goals this year. Lofty goals, but I really believe this year is going to be a good year to do this. I don't think it's too much of a stretch as long as I put the proper systems in place to get this done, which I'm sure I can. And I'm sure you can too with your goals, whatever they may be. So in the comments down below, you can also share what your goals are. And again, as I said, if you don't have goals yet, take some time to dream, and not just to dream, but to put actionable steps toward reaching your dream, because you can do it. You have stories to tell, you want to write, you love it, so do it. Just do it. Don't give in to fear, don't give in to panic, don't give in to excuses, don't give in to your weaker self. You can do this. It's a new year. Let's go.